What up? Found my brick separator. It's right here. Bona Sarah, everyone. It is 8:06 p.m. here on the east coast of the United States, and I'm going to be doing a Lego building stream, which is not terribly characteristic, unfortunately, as much as I wish it were. Let me put on my good old BGM music. Relaxing. There we go. Yeah, so, I don't know, I had a kit that I got as a free, air quotes, pack in, because I spent too much on other things at lego.com, and I figured I might as well do a stream for this. I think the last time I built a kit on stream was back in July. I did a Fiat, which was, I think, how many pieces were in the Fiat? We can look this up. I think it was like 10 times as big as the kit I have right here. It took me forever. It was, to date, my longest stream. Oh, no, not 10 times. It was, this is 200 pieces, that one was 1,000. So I guess 5 times bigger. That stream took me approximately 4.5 hours. So hopefully this will go a little bit quicker. Yeah, so without further ado, I guess I'll get right into it. Not much else to do. Comes in a nice little, like it's supposed to be a gift, I think. You can really appreciate the whole packaging of this. Unlike most of the boxes that you have to rip open, this one has like a little flap. Which makes it a nice little snack pack kit. What is this? Oh, is this meant for? Oh, okay. I'm supposed to be giving this as a gift to someone because we have our red envelope type envelope for presumably money. It's got a hollow foil tiger on the back. I don't know if I can better focus on that. And there we go. Beautiful. But now I feel bad building this on stream and not, I don't know, giving to someone. I don't really have a child to give it to. I could give it to Bon, but we essentially share our properties, so I don't know. But I anticipate this to be pretty straightforward to build. It's only 3 little baggies. And the manual. Hey now, what? Hey now, what? What? What's the hey now? What's up, Bon? Do you disagree? No. I'm just saying I don't know who else I would give this to. I don't have any children in my life. Lego, let's fucking go. Yeah, I just opened it. You came just in time. I was admiring this. So, this is meant to be like a gift set, I think. I got it as a, like, free pack-in. It's a promotional item for spending too much money at lego.com. But it comes with a nice, easy-to-open box. Ricky Hirsch, thank you for the raid. I was watching your stream up until I couldn't watch anymore because I had my own thing planned. But I was really enjoying your lecture series. Your new video is very cool. Ricky Hirsch. There we go. If that works, there we go. Behold, Ricky Hirsch of Ricky Hirsch fame. Last seen engaging in just chatting, but that's not really the half of it. Ricky here is a doctor of social psychology, and she just finished giving a cool lecture and doing a watch-along for her new video about the topic of social psychology. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I was appreciating the, like, gift envelope that this comes with. I could give this to a child and include some money, and they'd be very receptive, I'd imagine. But, yeah, I don't have a child in my life to give one to, for better or for worse. Only 3 bags, only 200 pieces. Also, the box has, like, a to and from on it, so this is definitely meant to be a gift, but here I am, selfishly opening it. Features include posable ears, and apparently a tail that can move as well, so that's fun. 3 every day is spooky. Says Lego Tiger do be tigering though. And you're not wrong. Thank you for stopping by the way. Give it to Bon. I mean, like, so what I said I think moments before you joined, Tommy, is that we essentially share all of our property, right? So if I build it, it's not much different than if she has it. Let me see, is my camera gonna focus? For those wondering, I'm using a head-mounted DSLR. Or a desk-mounted DSLR, not mounted to my head, but it's top-down, so I have to keep hitting the autofocus button. Alright, these bags are not labeled, so I think I just gotta pop them all open. That's what I have my trusty box cutter for. Well, I guess I could probably just rip these open. Might be easier. There we go. You have more fun breaking it. I mean, that's well and good. I typically would agree, but for the sake of a stream, I like to have a solid game plan. Plus, when else am I going to build this on my own? I don't know what you're talking about with gloves. I only wear gloves for when I do cooking. The big rubber ones. Here, it would be very, very difficult to build Lego with gloves because you need a fine grip on the pieces, I think. So, let's see, we've got the somewhat bigger pieces. I'm really hoping this doesn't take as long as the Fiat. I don't see how it possibly could. But if it does, buckle up, because that was my longest stream to date by a country mile. Alright, so we have these. Boom, boom. Those are lots of skins are the ones wearing gloves. It's exactly correct. Now it just hurts your hands. Well, how do you destroy them? Do you just like throw them at a brick wall and hope that they shatter in a pleasing way, or do you use like a brick separator? Because there's a tool for destroying these things. A company-sanctioned teardown tool. You gotta use it. Oh, and before I forget, tonight we are drinking some rosé. Let's pop that open. I should become like a really good sommelier and recommend wine pairings that go with each individual build. I feel like that's an underexplored niche. I throw them out the window because I'm a menace to society. I feel like this is not focusing properly on my desk, but I don't know how to make it better focus. You guys are gonna have to tell me if it's good enough. Alright, let's begin, shall we? Me, a chump, using the instruction manual. Frequently, the last couple things I've built in this house have been with Bon. We built the world map, which I definitely needed a manual for because that was basically pixel art. But before that, we built some roses, and I did not require the manual for that. I raced her, and I think I won the race. She was using the manual and I was not. So that's generally where my aptitude is. Alright, so we're looking for a 2x2 flat black tile. This guy right here. We're going to be doing... One other kit that I bought recently was the new Sonic the Hedgehog kit that came out, like a Lego Ideas kit. I was considering building that on stream until I learned that each, like, square of the Green Hill is a stack of 2 1x1 plates, and I think that would be miserable to watch. So I am saving you all that exquisite agony, and I'm just gonna, I guess, build it off stream. Really cool set, though, if you've got the money. I think the version that came out for... or that was published to Ideas was generally speaking better. It had, like, the whole Death Egg robot, but this one definitely has a more accurate and more elaborate stage piece. So, you win some, you lose some. And then the thing that I bought online that cost so much that they gave me the free Year of the Tiger kit is there is a new Lunar New Year set that's like a vignette of 5 different scenes from China, which I am excited to build, but that will not be on stream because it is also, I think, too large and too nitty-gritty. I learned my lesson from the Fiat, that even though I think I can build something really fast, when you stream, it takes about 3 times as long. I am missing a white 1x1. It must be right in front of me and I just can't see it. But, it's not in any of the bags, right? Those are definitely all empty. Eh? It's too early in the run for me to not... Oh, here it is. It is right in front of me. Okay. Here we go. This is what they mean with it. Yes, I am... As the term is adult fan of Lego, there's like an acronym for it. AFOL. It's real. Before I got into Gunpla, this was the plastic crack that I so vehemently swore by. And as I've mentioned a few times on stream, I used to work for the company, so I mean, I guess in that way I'm a shill. But I will not be building the Titanic on stream. I don't even think I'm going to buy it. I don't really have a great interest in that kind of thing. Like vehicles, they're kind of boring. I much prefer like character pieces like this. But the Titanic is I think the biggest kit that they've ever put together. It's bigger than the Falcon, and I used to have to sell Falcons back when I used to work retail. and those were a pain. The Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, which was, or no, not the Falcon. Yes, the Falcon and the Death Star were the two that were like really, really big. But I don't anticipate doing that on stream. All right, here comes the plates. So now you're gonna watch me struggle with putting these together, little 1x1 plates. Imagine having to do this for an entire landscape to build Green Hill Zone, because that's what I would have had to do if I were to stream that. It's these little 1x1 plates stacked up in a 2x2 manner to make each individual pixel PG name. Hello, how's it been so far? We just started. The kit's not very big though, so I don't anticipate this will take terribly long. We are building the tiger, as it shows also on the bottom of my stream overlay here. Bear with me for the focus, it's focused on my desk, not things higher than it. So right now we have, like, the butt, I guess this is going to be. I think I'm building the feet, back feet. From Lego to Mega Bloks? Tell me, I've never heard of somebody who has that pipeline. I could definitely see going from Lego to Gunpla or the other way, but I've never heard of Mega Bloks being the intermediate step. Usually that would be where you start, because they're notoriously cheap. Lego is certainly an expensive hobby, but the quality of the plastic is what you are paying for. Mega Bloks, in my experience, have been very flimsy, they don't hold together very well, and they generally lack creativity, but they are what they are. Bionicle, well, I mean, Bionicle is Lego. Bionicle is a subsidiary of Lego. I was a huge Bionicle fan as a youth, and I mean, I still am, but there's not really new Bionicle lore to discuss, so I can abstain from it. But of course, I mean, that's where it all began for me, for a young, living Tom. Stardust Crusader, busy with Unity, welcome back. Star's final form, my man, how are you? How is University going? Congrats on the collab with Taishi, thank you. That was, I think, 2 weeks ago? Was that last week? I can't keep track of time. My most recent collab was with Mari and Bon, and that was this week. That was on Thursday. And I guess it must have been last Saturday at this time, when I had my collab with Taishi, which was a lot of fun, and I hope I get to have another collab with him again, but I don't know when I would, because we do things that are so extremely different from each other, and so incredibly niche, I just don't see what the overlap would be. Like, I offered to teach him what little I know of Italian, because that's the only thing I could think of where we have any kind of common overlap, where he's a translator, and I can speak a language a little bit, or at least read a language that very few other people in the circle of VTubing go. Yeah, I guess I could have him. See, the problem is, I know his brain is very receptive to new languages, but mine evidently isn't. So I feel like it would be easier for me to teach him something than to have him teach me something. But we can see how it goes. I have, like, I don't know. When they call me, like, we need you to teach Aruron. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I miss Aruron's, like, lecture type streams because it was very fun to watch him have an international perspective. I can speak about 3 words in Spanish. Alright, so here we go. These are the back legs, I think, of the tiger. And we're going to attach the tail to the other side. Is this going to focus? DSLR, come on. I'm still, like, learning the proper way to use this camera. Usually I just have it focus on the desk level because I'm, like, cooking. It may not be meant to be. I think you get the idea, I don't know. That was the other great motivator for wanting to do Lego, is wanting to get more acclimated with this setup of, like, hand cam. I had, like, a train of thought, but I've since lost it. Oh yeah, just like how Taishi and I do very niche things, like I do programming, and now occasionally cooking, and sometimes plastic model streams. And he does, like, streams about translating things. He does piano, and we just don't have any overlap, but we want to be friends and friendly in the space, so it's challenging. Stardust says, good, just finished refactoring 70 some lines of code into 10. That is always the best. There is nothing a programmer likes more than deleting their old work. We are probably one of the few, like, types of jobs where you feel really good about destroying your previous work in your past effort. Just have a chatting stream with the game like that bunny game. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's gonna boil down to. I just feel like we're both such weird niche individuals that it would be not a waste, but maybe some missed potential to just do like a game stream. That feels like, that's obviously a very safe option, but it feels like maybe boring for what we could potentially have if we think about it a bit more. I don't know. Back on the subject, Bon was saying, like, oh no. Oh no, I dropped a piece. Bon was saying that I should have him teach me Japanese, which would be very useful. I don't think that's the kind of thing that can be accomplished in a single stream, or even like a long series of streams, but I'm a bit of a, as they say, bonehead. My brain doesn't work super great anymore, and I'm no longer receptive to new language because I'm old. My ability to retain... Oh shit, I'm just shooting stuff all over the place. There we go. My ability to retain new languages has long since left me. I was not raised properly to absorb new languages. I blame the American education system for not pressing language learning earlier. Truly, it's embarrassing. You need to go. Oh no. Oh, the way you phrase that, oh god, I need to go. Like, did something happen? I guess we'll find out. Studying Japanese for 2 to 3 years and successfully gotten to the level of elementary schooler. Maybe because copyright. I hope that that's not copywritten. I agree. I'm trying to remember to use that more, which is why I will definitely play the drum roll at even jokes that aren't funny, just because I need to get myself in the headspace of remembering that the button exists. So, please bear with me. Bazinga. Tommy, what's up? You said you need to go. Amen, brother. I'm, like, worried about you now, but you're still here. What's happening? Scottish Gaelic, since I was about 7 and I still can't speak it. Yeah. And the other thing, of course, is that not all languages are created equally in the difficulty spectrum. Like, could I learn French, I know enough Italian. Could I learn French or, like, Spanish right now? Yes. Absolutely, I could learn either of those languages, given, like, a year, probably. But languages are not all created equally, and the part I'm struggling with, I think most of all, with what I'm trying to learn right now, is languages with different character sets from English or non-phonetic languages. I think are extremely difficult to wrap my head around, just because I have been raised so fundamentally in the phonetic language mindset. Anything that goes contra that is just mind-boggling, and I can't process it. I'm butter hands today. Spanish for my family. Yeah, nobody in my living family speaks Italian anymore, but I picked it up because I thought it was good to have from a cultural perspective, and so I was interested in learning it. Plus, a lot of manga gets translated to Italian before it gets over to the English side of things, so it's good for that as well. It was useful when Lupin Part 4 made its big return in 2013, because those aired in Italian before they even aired in Japanese, so I could very slowly understand the plot of these episodes live as they came out new, and didn't have to wait for the Japanese or the English with subtitles. Yeah, languages are difficult. It just makes you appreciate people who can do multiple languages all the more. Alright. This is really coming together. You can definitely see how this might be a cat now. It looks like clearly a sitting cat, I think. Oh, focus, come on, focus! I can watch a VTuber stream, but good luck asking me to read kanji. There we go. Is that focused? I think that's focused. Looks like a sitting cat, right? We're like, I think halfway there. This is going to be a short stream. This is going to be like an hour and a half. If that. Might just be an hour. Which would be a good piece of data for me on how long these kind of things take. I will do both sides of the extreme. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3. I don't know, I just can't wrap my head around non-phonetic languages. It's so difficult for me. The concept of every word being a unique symbol is just, it's too much. It's too much. And as I've said, when the symbol has multiple meanings and ways to say it. And then the best part is when you finally get into these languages and then there are dialects. So you might be learning how to say a symbol and then it's just completely unintelligible for a portion of the population. So for example, if you were to visit Bond's stream here, and give Bonds a shout out. Bond has a channel point redeem for 10,000 smackers where you can make her speak her dialect of Chinese for I think 5 minutes, and it is like not interoperable with Mandarin. It's essentially completely different, separate language. So that's always fun. Oh, shite. I put these in upside down. Please don't redeem. It has so far only been redeemed twice out of mercy to Bond. Come on, brick separator. Come on, brick separator. Shite. Brick separator not coming in clutch right now. Brick separator, you failed me. There we go. Brick separator has not failed me. Alright. This thing, just use it to pop pieces right off. Easy. It took Bandai until this year to come up with a part separator for Gunpla. I'm really flying. I feel like I'm gonna get done with this nice and quick. Orange goes on the bottom. It is. I do Normie Mandarin in the local dialect of Korean that the mainland is completely unaware of. Interesting. You're both so big-brained. Well, this is really starting to look like a cat. Yeah, if I really wanted to be faithful to my roots, I would be learning Sicilian Italian, which is the dialect of Italian. But I don't really care to be that authentic, I suppose, because it's only useful if you can communicate to people with it, in my opinion. And I don't have any friends that speak Sicilian. I have friends who can speak normal Italian in Italy. It's the same as, like, what's the difference between Shanghaiese and Mandarin, right? It's just, like, words are just different. Like, I don't know how to explain what's the difference. I don't think there's really a pattern. It's just, like, some words are just not the same. I don't think there's, like, a overarching fundamental difference. If we watch that linguistics guy who gave, like, the, what was it, the, like, the country tour of North America, then we could probably find out what the core difference is, but I don't know off the top of my head. I just know that some words are different. It just hits different. Yeah, I don't know. It would not be useful to me, though, because the couple of people that I can even speak Italian to speak, like, Florentine Italian, because that's the de facto language of Italy, because they're in Italy. And even then, I usually speak to those people in English, because we both speak it. It's our lingua franca, but it's nice to get practice. It's really more of a parlor trick than anything, and I don't need to make it even more niche than it already is. This rosé is kind of bitter. Not my favorite. How are we doing here? On the subject of the language of Italian, though, a lot of people, a common thing, an easy way to make fun of Italians, which is, you know, totally fair game. You can't be too hard on us. Is people will always talk about how we talk with our hands, which is true. Anybody who watches any of the streams where I have my hand cam, or I've mentioned a couple times, I will take my hands off the keyboard while programming to talk with my hands. It is a true fact about Italians. It is how we do. And the reason for that is that the Italian language as it exists today is relatively new in terms of things in Europe and worldwide, because every little region used to have its own dialect. Are these pages stuck together? Come on. Every region used to have its own dialect before it was standardized behind Florentine Italian in... Let's look up when that was. I don't remember. Where's my mouse? When did Italian standardize? Okay, so Italian, the Florentine Italian was invented in the 14th century, but it wasn't the... Like, Italy didn't unify until, like, relatively recently. The nation unified in 61? For frame of reference, that's, like, roughly when the American Civil War was happening. Which is very, very recent if we consider, like, how long the history of Italy was. So, up until then... Oh, thank you, yeah, I love my trackball. I play video games with this thing. I never have to move my wrist. It rules. But yeah, so Italy didn't standardize until, like, the American Civil War. Not that those things are related in any way. That's just a frame of reference for how recent this is. So... okay, here's a cool way to look at it. My alma mater was founded 3 years after Italy became a country. Like, a unified country. So, that's fun. It's very, very recent, all things considered. And before then, every region had its own dialect. Yeah, the French Revolution was, like, 80 years prior to Italy becoming a unified country. So, what am I doing here? I'm building the head now. So, every region had its own dialect up until then. And so then, the only way Italians could really communicate with each other in a way that they all understood was by using hand gestures. And that is why, like, Italian Sign Language is essentially the thing that it is. It's the true unified language that was effective across all regions. You could convey things with your hands, and you wouldn't need to understand the words coming out of somebody's mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we're building the head now. Probably can't tell in the manual. I'm gonna see if this can focus. Yeah, there we go. This little guy's got the little pink nose and everything. Yep. Yep. Refocus on the desk, please. There we go. Ah, okay. This is the first cool building building technique, not necessarily cool, but a building technique that I get to talk about in this kit, because this is pretty straightforward. As I said, it was made for children. A common tactic in LEGO kits for young and old audiences alike is incorporating bricks that are wildly different colors from the actual build as core pieces. For example, this is the center of the head, right? And so it's bright red, and there's going to be a green piece on top of it, which are colors not typically present in a tiger. They do this so you have a clear distinction as to, like, where this piece fits relative to all the other pieces that you have, and since you won't see it anyway, it doesn't matter. Oftentimes on, like, the more complex kits for adults, they'll use, like, pink or teal or really strange, rare... No, this is a very legal building technique. This is approved by the board of LEGO, by the master builders at LEGO building technique. It's good practice. It makes it easy to tell what goes where without, like, having to have your instructions be really, really granular. It lets you see how things fit together relatively due to high contrast. Alright, I'm missing a black 1x1. Come on. Oh, they're all right here. Black 1x1. This is gonna be like a cheek, I think. Cheek. ruffle, like so. It's a little slope, like so. And I can easily slot it onto this red piece, and we won't see this red piece ever again because it's the core of the head, but we easily can understand, because it contrasts so sharply with the things around it. Do I give up my warranty on LEGO if I do illegal techniques? No, but I will have to report you to the LEGO police. Like, the LEGO City police are not... they're not great. It's, true to life, I guess, in that regard. I will take no joy in doing it, but it must be done to protect the sanctity of the build. Where is my hinge piece? So 1x1 plate. Oh, here it is. It has a little face pointing up on it. Used to connect pieces at a right angle, perpendicular to the face of the stud. Very, very useful. They do save people from the river a lot. That is the meme. It's true. That's pretty much the only thing they can do well, frankly. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Hopefully it won't come to that, and I won't have to report you to the LEGO City Police. I think I mentioned this at the top of the stream and then got derailed because I'm very good at getting derailed. I used to work retail for LEGO, which is part of... well, I had a huge affinity for them, which is why I wanted to go work for them as my retail job back in the day. But... oh, okay, the red is going to be the mouth, like the tongue, I guess. So you probably will see this. Maybe? Actually, I don't think the mouth opens. Never mind. I take that back. So yeah, I used to work retail. I used to have to match people to kits to find all the time. Like, they'd come in and be like, oh, my 6-year-old niece wants a Lego set for her birthday. What should I give her? And I got very, very good at matching what people are looking for to what they should leave with, based on available inventory. And my superpower was figuring out what minifigures were in the little blind bags. I was super, super good at that back in the day. Those were always a big hit. Alright, we are in the home stretch here. Time to put together the snout, I guess this would be. No, I mean, it's just, I can't work retail forever, or I didn't want to work retail forever, and I was able to find a job in another field. But LEGO is a very good company to work for, typically speaking. I had a 401k as a retail employee, which I think is unusual. They're privately owned, so they're not really beholden to stockholders. They were permissive with sick leave and things like that for retail, which is very cool. And you get a huge discount also on items, which is nice. And every year they would also dispatch a promotional set that was just for employees, which is very, very sought after. And that's essentially your retirement fund. I have a bunch sitting around in locked under vault that I may sell someday if needs come to it, or I'll probably pass them down. All right, we've applied the nose to this little muzzle of this cat. It is a corner circle tile that we apply at a 45-degree angle. Hold on, can I focus on this? There we go. Yeah, it's a little corner circle tile that's applied at a 45-degree angle. Similarly, 2 corner circle tiles are applied underneath it to create the cat-like mouth. I'm going to keep saying muzzle shape. I don't know what the actual palate? The cleft palate of a cat? So, good use of the elements there. A high degree of detail in a small scale. Alright, so now it's showing us as putting this on. Once again, we're using the bright red as a very clear indicator of where it's supposed to go. And this cat is, like, almost done, I think. But, yeah, if anybody's looking for a retail position to work, because that is what's in the cards for them, or they're of that age, or what have you, for any particular reason, I would strongly recommend LEGO as a employer. It just happened to be that I did not have a role fitting there anymore, so I moved on. But I would go back if the need arose, if the stars aligned. 2 of these. Alright, these are the sides of the head. to this day, I pretty much only have nice things to say about the Lego company. So, what that boils down to is they should sponsor me for streams like this, if you're watching, which I know you're not. But, give it a thought. Pulling the big numbers, clearly. And I've got nothing but nice things to say. Actually, though, I guess the real thing is, why would they sponsor me if I'm saying such nice things for free? I should withhold all compliments until they actually pay up. Running out of pieces here, so not being able to find one that I'm looking for is there we go. Unusual. There we go. Really coming together. Wait, did I miss a step? Yes. Little white plate. Right there. Now we have the hinges for the ears to attach to. Like so. And a black 1x4 goes across the back. Has another stripe. Some L-shaped plates. Like so. Next up will probably be the eyes, if I had to guess. Pages are always like stuck together. There we go. Oh, that's fun. This looks like a crazy alien before we actually apply the eye tiles. Look at this. You know, just 8 eyes like an arachnid. That's how tigers do, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it'll all become apparent. So, like so. So, there are no more, how am I, oh, like so. That's always the thing when you almost finish. It's like, oh, why can't I find the thing I'm looking for? Where else could it possibly be? White plate. 2x3. Like so. So, just gonna keep saying like so over and over again. There we go. Now we can finally put the eyes in place, which are some nice printed tiles, round tiles. I don't have to use stickers or anything like that, so that's a big win in my book. I hate stickers. All my homies hate stickers in Gunpla, in Lego. They're bad. We don't like them. Gotta make sure to put these on in the right way, otherwise my fellow will have googly eyes. But toe to tip, that's a cat. Like, we're almost done here. There's a way to add eyebrows here, using these little, like, horn pieces. So we will add eyebrows to this cat as well. Tigers famous for their eyebrows. Some A+ eyeliner wingtips on this. That's not eyebrows, those would be eyelashes, but my knowledge of cosmetics is very, very limited. Just take it to the bank. This one's a cat. I mean, it's looking like it. We've given him his cartoony eyebrows. Right, we're building the back piece of the head now. Holds everything together, holds the brains in. I could use one of those for sure. 1, 2, 3. And then plate like this, tile like so, creating a sloped curve for the back of the head, add some nice roundness to this fun little animal. It goes right here on the back, like so. And I think this is the top of the head. Wait, no, this is very long. This is the butt? This must be the butt. We're building the tiger's butt now. Yeah, this has to be, because it's so wide. Not to say that this tiger has a dumpy or anything, but this can't fit on the back of the head. This has to be for where the tail attaches. So, like so. Like so. Like so. You know, a lot of my gunpla building VTuber friends have gotten affiliate positions with HobbyLink Japan. I wonder if there is an affiliate program for the LEGO company for streamers or other types of content creators. I should look into that, and then I should stream kit building way more frequently, because this is really enjoyable. I just never do it, because I don't usually have a steady supply of kits that are the appropriate size. I'll buy shit like the world map, which is 10,000 pieces and completely miserable to look at. There sure is. Did you just look it up right now? Interesting. I wonder if they would accept somebody as small time as me, or if you've got to be like a big time. I have to check out what the requirements are. No, 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 no. God, no. I would never buy 2 of the world map. That would be insane. I'm saying I don't usually... The reason I don't stream building kits very often is because when I do buy kits, they're usually shit like the world map, which is 10,000 some odd pieces, and would be completely mind-numbing for anybody to watch. It was mind-numbing for me to build. It's a very technically impressive kit, and it looks very pretty when it's done, but it's not why I buy LEGO typically, or why I enjoy building LEGO. I enjoy seeing like a sculpture take shape, and I like interesting mechanical ways that things lock together, but the world map is just putting dots on a grid. It's very literally just pixel art, which is very cool, but not particularly compelling for the brain. So, not a thing like that. And so it would take forever to build, and usually I buy, as Tommy was saying, LEGO for adults, which is big and time-consuming. I don't really want to do 5-hour streams like the Fiat. I'd rather do streams like this, which are gonna probably be about an hour and 15 minutes, if I'm keeping up my current pace. But I don't usually have kits that fit that criteria, because that's not usually what I buy. But this time, they gave me one for free. And by free, I mean I spent like 75 bucks on other LEGO, and they were like, alright, here's your pity pull. You get the free gift, free asterisk. So it made for a, I guess, serendipitous occasion. And it reminds me that I should try and buy the little creator type sets more often, because they are in fact fun to put together, even if they're not thousands of pieces, hundreds of pieces. It's fine. It's all about the end result, not about the size. Alright, so this is the tail. Oh, does no plate go on the top of this? Oh, okay. I would have thought for sure they'd put a plate on top of this. So the tail goes in, snap, like so, and then they have me build the ears. Very straightforward. Like so. Like so. Bon, what are the criteria for the LEGO affiliate program? I'm very curious now. If they say, or is it just like a negotiation thing where you can email if you're interested? I'll definitely check it out after the stream, but if you have it, it's a form you sign for. Okay. I might have to do a couple more streams like this to prove that I have what it takes, or am actually dedicated to the cause. I feel like 2 streams over the course of 6 months is probably not a LEGO influencer in the making, but we can get there. with that, I think the actual tiger is done. That's the cat. That's the guy right there. You can wiggle the ears, and the tail moves. So the remaining pieces are for building a base stand for this little guy to sit on. Yeah. So that's all well and good. Let's pull all of our pieces together. And then, of course, there are always some extras. Base should be pretty straightforward. It's just going to be a couple leaves and a little dirt patch for him to sit on, it looks like. 1, 2. I guess it's a little more complex than that. It's got some nice radial decoration here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are some pretty gold colors also on... It's like a... I don't know if you can tell what kind of gold these are, but they're pretty. I guess it kind of just looks green with the lighting I have, but the outward pieces are a metallic finish. But not like super shiny, not like a chrome. They're pretty. Alright, so then we have some leaves that go in the corners. They fit perfectly, like so. And then the 3 dots get little flowers. 2, 3. We make some leaves that have gold flowers on the tips. Oh, I gotta refocus the camera on the desk. There we go. That, I think. Now, what else? The last page here. Then we just put down tiles over everything to keep it all held down in place. And that's the whole build. Tile and tile. There we go. And tile. Tile. And then as per the instructions, we plant this guy down. Where does this line up? Like that. There we go. And there you have it. That's a tiger. In 54 minutes exactly. I have finished our creation here. Far cry from 4 hours and 4 hours and change or whatever, 5 hours. Nendoroid Lego. Kind of does look like a Nendo, doesn't it? In terms of proportions. They have the Brickheads line, which are more Nendoroid, which I should build if they ever have a character that I'm interested in. But usually it's just like Disney stuff, or Disney owns everything, so it's always Disney stuff for characters. So I'm never very interested in that. It is what it is, though. So I guess that's it. I don't really have much more to talk about. I wanted to see how long this would take me. Not very long, apparently, so that's cool. It's always fun to put this together. I probably would keep putting it off if I didn't do it on stream. So, yeah, unless anybody has anything else they want to shoot the shit about, I'm probably going to call it a night. And thank you all for your patronage, as always. I think the next stream that you should all tune into, as I refresh to see if there's anyone I should raid, Yeah, thank you, thank you. You as well. Good luck with uni. The next stream is Bond tomorrow at... You start at 8, right, Bond? I can never remember. 8 or 7. But Bond will be streaming some Plamo, as in Gunpla, probably, as opposed to Lego. This is also Plamo. And I think that's it. That's it. Next week I will be back Saturday 8 o'clock for something technical, and then Sunday at 6 for pizza making for dinner. We can have our fun little dinner stream together, some cooking, and that's gonna be my plan. I'm trying to stick to nice and regular stream schedules, even though I don't really believe in them. They seem to work. There are times that are agreeable. People seem to show up, which is always good. And yeah. Now is the part where I do the sacred tradition of sending you guys off on a raid. So I'm going to send you off to fellow techie streamer, Professor Tiberius. So we're going to send him... He's playing Animal Crossing right now, it looks like. Prof _ Tiberius. That's our man. Channel's intended for mature audiences, oh no. Is the raid going through? I usually get a pop-up that's like, start the raid now. Is that working? I don't know. I can hit a raid button more deliberately. Oh, that would make sense. You're right. None of the channels that I currently follow have the option for raids. Well, sorry then. Professor Tiberius is a cool dude. He's also a techie type. He plays a lot of Pokemon competitively. He's made a few plugins for VTube Studio. I was going to send you guys off to him. You should check him out independently of me being able to raid him, and be very nice and cordial about it, of course. But I guess I can't send you to him directly. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. So, I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to stop stalling for time and shooting the shit. Thank you all for tuning in. I will try and do some more LEGO streams in the future. Be mindful about buying smaller kits because they seem to be fun and the appropriate size for a stream, which is always good. And yeah, that's it. Bonus era and good night.